Good morning. We are Hood College Enactus. Our story began on October 1st, 2015, with an idea to improve the livelihood of our community's homeless population. We were inspired to impact our community of Frederick, Maryland through an economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable product.
Since October 1st, our small team of 17 students, 1 faculty advisor, and 5 strategic partners has poured over 1,500 hours into empowering our community. This is our first year presenting and our first community-wide project. We have dedicated the last 7 months to helping our target audience, and we have met great success. We've been awarded the prestigious Hood College Volpe Scholarship, in addition to receiving substantial donations from Frederick Rotary International. I am Nigol Kirkunyan.
I am Connor Asman.
I am Anna Filipovic.
And I'm Harun Pasha.
This project began when our manager, Harun, was inspired by a personal experience.
In October 2014, I traveled with my parents on a Muslim pilgrimage called the Hajj, a journey to Mecca that millions perform together each year. During the 2-week journey, we migrated from Mecca to the desert of Arafat. For 36 hours, I was a nomad. I carried everything I had in the 120-degree heat. As we walked through the desert, I felt very distant from my home in Maryland.
In the desert, he had nothing but the bare essentials on his back. He spent the night outside without shelter, and this experience provided him with an awakening.
I was awakened by the journey and struck by a feeling of empathy. At the beginning, we were all strangers, but through the journey I realized that despite our different backgrounds and lifestyles, we were all equal. My situation was only temporary, but many people are forced to be homeless all year round.
In Frederick, hundreds of people don't have homes. Some of the homeless live on the streets, and some live in shelters, but they all have a unique story.
Diane is a homeless mother struggling with emphysema, a chronic lung disease. As part of a needs assessment, our research team interviewed Diane, and these are her thoughts.
I've done housekeeping since I was 18, up until 2 years ago when I was diagnosed with COPD and emphysema. And now it's just hard walking around and stuff, They said the next step is oxygen, which is going to be hard to use when you're on the street. It was just hard walking here this morning. And my 2 sons, one lives in Frederick, one lives in Walkersville. They got families too, of their own. They got kids. I mean, they would take me in, but I don't. To me, I don't want to be a burden. I'm just scared that streets are going to take me away. My health has really deteriorated since I've been outside. Since it's gotten colder, it's crazy. I can't do it. I told them I'd probably be dead within a year. Because I can't do it up. It's cold. The way I'm pretty much trying to just get through this mess.
In our city, there are 349 people just like Diane, with the number increasing every year. Since 2014, homelessness in Frederick County has increased by 42%, to the highest rate in over 10 years. As Diane's story shows, homelessness is a real problem that affects the most valuable part of any community, the people.
When I got back from my pilgrimage, I received an email from a relief organization. Inside, there was a video showing a Syrian mother and her children shivering in a refugee camp. It showed the horrific conditions of these camps. I was taken aback. These people had homes yesterday, and today they had nothing. They were outside shivering, and I was laying in my warm bed. I could put myself in their shoes because I remembered the Hajj.
Moved by his experience, Harun brainstormed different solutions.
They didn't need my money, they needed my mind. I learned that relief supplies came in crates, but when I was in Arafat, a blue drawstring bag held all my valuables, not a crate. I thought, maybe relief supplies should come in bags, but bags don't keep people warm. The refugees were freezing. Should we give them a jacket and a backpack? It kept going back and forth in my mind. I looked down at my phone, and it hit me. Smartphones combine so many functionalities that make our lives a lot easier. I thought, could there be a jacket and a backpack combined? Could they be one product?
Inspired, we painted a vision of an environmentally safe product that could keep people warm and enable them to transport possessions. A product that we made by the homeless for the homeless. We call it the Backet, a combination of a jacket and a backpack.
When we told the students at Hood College about this vision, something incredible happened.
Students flocked to our vision and joined Enactus to develop it. Our ranks swelled, and students from all kinds of majors embraced the power of entrepreneurial action through research and development.
First, we conducted a needs assessment by analyzing data on homelessness in Frederick. These 349 individuals are directly impacted by the Backet, and the 241,000 citizens of Frederick County are indirectly impacted. With this data, we knew that there was a significant population for the project.
We also discovered from the homeless what they needed in a product designed for them. We surveyed people just like Diane, witnessing firsthand their current conditions. We discovered that the majority surveyed had trouble securing long-term housing, had basic job skills, and that if a product was made, 82% would like to be employed to make it.
Over this next year, we plan to emulate successful work programs to create lasting impact in our community of Frederick, Maryland. Our program is based off Detroit's Empowerment Plan. We will partner with local relief organizations to provide employment for the homeless through Backet manufacturing.
Our development team took the research information and used a rapid design and redesign cycle to create a unique product. Through a series of 6 different prototypes, we systematically got closer to our vision of sheltering the homeless in a sustainable way for our community and the environment.
We started development with experimentation. We went to Goodwill and bought several different jackets. We laid them out on a table and brainstormed. How are we going to turn this into a backpack? We tore up the jackets, sewed them together, and filled them with books. We discovered that holding items through the transition from jacket to backpack was going to be a huge challenge.
In this concept phase, we learned that we needed professional manufacturing help, so we partnered with local tailor Tracy McQuirk. Tracy helped us to create a prototype that fixed the limiting carrying capacity of the concept model.
Using a heavy-duty work jacket as a base, we added a small bag into the middle. In this version, we learned that a one-size-fits-all model was uncomfortable, and we revolutionized the bag function with back support that could double as a pillow.
In the second prototype, we experimented with smaller jackets. In previous versions, the jacket sleeves would fall off the shoulders. We solved this in prototype 2 by incorporating a pulley system to disperse the weight. This was a breakthrough and made the bag adjustable, but supporting heavy weight was still an issue.
In the third prototype, we installed a Velcro strip in the jacket spine to support more weight. In this version, we encountered more problems when using the jacket sleeves as backpack straps. Heavy items cause the backpack to sag, even with the pulley system. We brainstormed, and after intense discussions, we installed straps to the bag. Straps better distributed the weight, and it was functional, even with the heavy items.
In the fourth version, we added water bottle holders, a new handle, and a waterproof jacket that could be removed with a zipper. We also learned that the new Velcro strip was difficult to line up properly, so we removed it. This was the addition that we presented at the Enactus Regionals.
For prototype 5, we drew a new messenger bag design in order to better maintain a jacket shape. When version 4 was full, there was an obvious bulge in the jacket. Using lightweight rhino khaki material, this version was smaller and featured a compact pillow. Unfortunately, the new design was not practical to produce.
Now, we are proud to present our final prototype, version 6, where we incorporated everything we've learned thus far.
In the final version, we learned from prototype 5 and changed the design back to our original shape. Prototype 6 is made from 2 waterproof fabrics, ripstop and 1050 denier nylon. These fabrics make the Backet resistant to ripping and lightweight.
A big issue from previous versions was items bulging from inside the jacket. We solved this issue by doubling the carrying capacity to 2,200 cubic inches. With a bigger jacket, we needed a more accessible Backet pocket, so we added a zipper. Lastly, we installed 2 buckles to better distribute weight, one around the waist and one around the chest. The Backet is more than a product. It empowers the homeless economically through a 1-year work program.
By working closely with case managers from our community partners, we will select 4 employees from local homeless shelters. These 4 team members will work 20 hours a week, and they will be paid a sustainable wage of $10 an hour. The program is limited to 1 year, and at the end, employees will be presented a certificate that could be used as a job hunting tool.
It allows the homeless to better integrate into society.
Through the research and development process, we learned that homelessness is not just a lack of shelter. In our survey, people told us they felt embarrassed when walking the streets with jackets and backpacks and bags. If something could help them to blend in while still serving their nomadic needs, they said they would feel empowered. Our target demographic spoke and we listened. A full Backet looks just like a normal jacket.
It will be made from environmentally sustainable materials.
The Backet is water resistant, extremely durable, and is able to be sewn using a standard sewing machine, eliminating the need for special manufacturing equipment. The Backet will replace deteriorating bags and jackets. Additionally, we plan on producing it out of organic cotton and recycled polyester.
It improves the livelihood of the homeless in an economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable way.
So far, we have been backed by Hood College on a limited budget. With just under $500, we were able to put out 6 prototypes in 6 months. As of today, our planning and development phase is complete, and we are entering phase 2. In this phase, the support of community partners is essential. We presented our project to Frederick City Mayor Randy McClement, and this was his response.
My name is Randy McClement, Mayor of the City of Frederick, and I wholeheartedly support the Backet project. Anything that will help curb the ability for people to find homes or help themselves while they are in that homeless situation is positive. With the downturn in the economy in 2007, 2008, things have changed a lot. This provides the opportunity to get some hands-on training on how to manufacture something, which might be able to change their mindset on other types of jobs that they'd be willing to find and look for. Having this setup, the Backet, allows people to sort of, the homeless, more blend in with everyday society. I appreciate what you guys have done. I mean, you've taken 2 concepts and melded them into one. One, how can you help those in need, those less fortunate? And how can you take that product and somehow give back to those who are going to be using it by, you have the ability to create a product that could self-sustain what you originally started it for, to help the homeless. So if you can make $1 and take 25 cents and put that 25 cents towards the lower end Backet to give to the homeless, I mean, it's a great sustainable model.
In phase 2 of this project, we plan on producing 50 Backets to test production feasibility. Our 4 workers will make these in a local facility we secured through a partnership with the Religious Coalition for Human Needs. The total cost for this phase is $10,000.
We are excited to announce that we are fully funded for Phase 2. We were able to secure funding through various grants, donations, and awards. As we refine Phase 2's production distribution, we plan on expanding into Phase 3 through a 2-pronged strategy.
Thus, 2 versions will be produced. Version 1 will be given to the homeless in Frederick, and version 2 will be sold through e-commerce. The second version will make the project more sustainable through revenue diversification. When a consumer buys a Backet, they are also buying a Backet for the homeless. Buy one, give one.
As our project grows into Phase 3, we see Baltimore City as an area of expansion. Research shows that 33% of Maryland's homeless population live in Baltimore. That's over 2,000 people that could benefit from the Backet. In this final phase, we forecast an indirect impact on Maryland's 6 million citizens and a direct impact on the state's 7,856 homeless.
We have several different ways to measure successful impact. The first is through feedback from both our 4 workers and our community partners about local impact. As we expand the project, broader success will be measured by diminishing homeless populations and increasing project revenue.
My experience on the Hajj led me to my realization that we are all equal despite our different backgrounds and lifestyles. Sometimes we have everything, and sometimes nothing at all. I empathize for those in difficult situations. I joined Enactus, and we began work in our community.
We started small, developing the concept through secondary research and surveying the target demographic. We took what we learned through a vigorous prototyping process and came up with a design that fits the needs of the homeless, just like Diane.
Diane will have a jacket to keep her warm and a backpack to carry valuables. Shelter organizers connect people just like Diane to a year-long work program offering essential job skills training. Society will no longer be able to judge the homeless because the Backet allows them to blend in on the streets. By using a Backet over disposable products, Diane will be supporting the environment. She will have a Backet, but more importantly, she will have hope.
Our project will help the homeless live better lives by providing employment opportunities, restoring dignity, and it will be made with environmentally sustainable materials.
We forecast that the Backet will continue to grow until it can serve people across the globe. Our innovative product design and work program provide a key opportunity for empowerment, benefiting the homeless in cities worldwide. We've come a long way in 7 months, and we look forward to producing the first 50 Backets.
We are Hood College Enactus.